The Christmas holiday season will be amazing and beautiful, especially in the first days. Because by the end of it, you might feel fully bloated, ugly, insecure, judged, messy, all over the place, and not enough. You will see yourself in thousands of photos where you are not in a good angle. You will most probably emotionally eat and overeat. You will notice childhood wounds, very ancient and old won't resurface even though you thought you did the work this year. You will observe your belly explode and you will feel like you gained 3 kilos in a few days. There will be alcohol, food, sugar, salt, everything. You will feel like you lost all your vitality. You'll receive subtle, tiny comments about your weight, your physical appearance, and all of that. And overall, let's be honest, you might feel less beautiful, less grounded, and way more insecure. And the Christmas magic and Christmas spirit will be a little bit far away in that moment. So if we are honest with ourselves, we can prepare in advance for that, okay? So today I want to share with you how you can stay regulated, grounded in your soft power, and even grow from it. Let's get prepared together to feel ugly and at our worst in the holiday season. And this way, we plan for the worst and hope for the best, okay? Maybe everything will be just fine, but it doesn't hurt getting prepared. And from now on, tell yourself that if at some point you feel anxious, ugly, bloated, horrible, or insecure, or regressing into your childhood wounds and traumas this holiday season, it is all right. You are not regressing. It's not a step back. It is a human, very, very common experience. It won't last, and it certainly doesn't define you. But this is also a one in a year chance to observe triggers, learn about yourself, adjust your beauty identity, and show up stronger for yourself next time. So here are my advice for you. One, it is okay to avoid the mirror. If you feel like it will trigger you, just avoid it because it will only amplify self-criticism. It will make you make the wrong interpretations. For example, you will see that your face is bloated because of salt and sugar and retention of water and fluids in your face, and you will judge that, oh, I already took like 2 or 3 kilos. Should I stop eating? Should I stop enjoying? You will do the wrong interpretations. And even if you had just take 3 kilos in the last 24 hours, there is nothing that you can do about it right now in 5 or 10 minutes. So step away and rely a little bit more on your sensations. Do you feel all right? Do you feel bloated? Do you feel over, I don't know, disgusted by food because you already ate? Do you feel like you are actually all right? You are having fun? You are enjoying? How do you feel? And follow your sensations for a moment. Only slow down on food if your body tells you that, okay, I'm trying to support you right now, but it's starting to be really difficult for me. I'm over bloated. I'm over exploding. And you will feel as a sensation, not as an image in a mirror. And you will adapt. Maybe portion control. Maybe just take a step back on food for a moment, or whatever you will do will be from sensation and conversation with your body, not because you saw an image and you think that, oh, I need to lose weight right now. So less mirror, more sensations, more connections to the body. Okay? Second, learn from now on to breathe. Learn to notice when you're triggered, when you need an emotional release or something like that, and to come back consciously to the breath. It is a very simple tool that you can use anytime, anywhere, in the middle of a conversation, whatever, to just come back to the breath, and it will have a big impact on your nervous system, your emotional release, and all of that. But you need to be prepared and to have that in mind that, okay, this is a tool that I have. If I need it, I need to remind myself to come back to the breath. Because even if you breathe like unconsciously all the time, there is a big difference between an unconscious breath to just taking air and a conscious breath. So try with me right now. Just feel the air entering and leaving your nostrils. Try to breathe through your nose, because first it will make you slow down. You cannot take so much air as you can take with your mouth, so you have to slow down. You have to enjoy the moment. You have to take a real moment of consciousness on your nose and breath. and it will also filter the air for you. So that's why you should most of the time breathe through your nose. It's made for that. Okay. And just feel the air entering and leaving. Try to notice the temperature. This will just help you really focus on the air, on the breath. Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it room temperature? How is the breath? How is the hair? Let your belly move with the breath, because most of the time we breathe from up. When we unconsciously breathe, we breathe from here, especially when we are stressed or when our nerve system is not released or all of that. So consciously bring it down to your belly, and your belly should move up and down with your breath going and leaving. So it's crazy that I need to teach you how to breathe, but I'm sure that I need to teach you how to breathe. And if you want something even funnier, I have a sentence in my head that I use when I'm really triggered or I really need a release, like more than just a breath. And I use the sentence, maybe you'll recognize it. It's not from me. Goose Fraba. It comes from a movie. It's a very old movie in the 2000s, 2003 maybe. I don't know. It's called Anger Management with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson. And Goose Fraba is the sentence that they use in this anger management group to like release the tension. It's a very funny movie. So you have time to watch it maybe before the holidays. So you really have the reference in your mind and you can use it. And I swear it works so much for me. And I'm just like, Goose Fraba, everything's gonna be all right, and it works very well, and it makes me laugh inside. It's like an inside joke with myself, but now I share it with you because I care about you. So if you have time, just watch the movie Anger Management. You will have a laugh, and you can remind that sentence for when you really need a big release, like when you have an uncle or someone making comments on your appearance or something. Goose Fraba, and you breathe in and out, and I swear to you, it will make it so much better. Three, have a note, mental note, or the best is to have a note maybe on your phone or somewhere that you can really come back to later because you will maybe forget about it. But have a note about all the things that triggers you. Stop telling yourself that you did the work this year, you worked on yourself, so you're gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, you're not gonna get triggered this year, everything's gonna be fine. Okay, no, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Okay, so if there was some triggers to come up, you need to be prepared what to do with them, how to deal with them in that moment, and the frustration of feeling like, oh, I worked on myself, but still I get triggered. You know what, babe? You will always get triggered, even if you become so enlightened, because this is just your human nature. And this is also how you can realize where you can still evolve and improve. And it's amazing to get triggered. What's not amazing is to see yourself overreacting to that trigger and not being able to continue or not knowing what to do with that. So prepare a note on your phone. You can have a conversation with yourself on WhatsApp. I know that I like to have a lot of group with myself on WhatsApp. I have a group for my hair. I have a group for, so prepare a note, prepare a WhatsApp group, prepare a space for you to just put all of that. Don't act on it right away. Don't be like, okay, this is the holiday season, but I need to keep working on myself. And okay, I noticed that this was triggering for me. So what can I do right now? You cannot do anything right now. Just take a note. Don't act on it. Don't reflect on it unless something really come up to your mind, like enlightenment, magically, like breakthrough about it. Okay, but don't try to work on it. Don't try to reflect on it right now. Just note it as it comes. Like, my uncle made a comment on my weight and I got triggered and it created this and that emotions in me, and after that I wanted to eat all the cake because I was like, okay, whatever, if I'm fat then might as well eat all the cake or whatever. Note the trigger and note your reaction to the trigger. This is really important. Not just the trigger, but your reaction, emotional reaction, and like active reaction to the trigger. This is really such precious information to gather about yourself, because then you can really act on the trigger and work on yourself, but you can also know exactly what is the behavior that you need to change. So bluntly write everything down every time there is a trigger appearing. Don't filter anything. Don't be like, oh, I'm too good for that. I know that I should not be triggered by that anymore. I already worked on that. I don't want to know that. No, it's not true. You don't need to interpret anything. Just write it as it comes and as you feel it right now. There is no shame to have. We all get triggered. And it will be so, so precious for you later to come back to that. And I also don't want to feel like, because I know I kind of felt like that sometimes with my family triggers, that why is it my responsibility to work on those things when they are the ones with the problem? They are the ones who tell me those horrible things or these kind of things. And the thing is that you should not think that you do that for them. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not in your value of being the good person. I don't care. I'm not doing that for them. I'm doing that for myself, for gaining power over myself, for being more like in my power, more in control of myself, more proud of myself, and to know how to react next time, to know how to deal with those situations better next time, to feel better in my life, better in my energy, better in myself. I do that for myself. I don't do that for other people, because they will continue criticize if they like to criticize. They will continue making their comments if they usually make comments. They will continue doing all those things. I cannot wait for them to change for me to finally feel good with myself. So that's why I want to take notes and do the work later. Not because it's my responsibility for them, not because I should accept to receive always these bad comments and just take it and work on myself later, but because this is my way of taking back control. This is my way of self devoting to myself. This is my way of gaining power and having the keys to deal with that even better and better and better with time. You do that for yourself. And so if you don't feel like doing it, just don't do it. It's just an advice that it will be very precious for you later. But if you really feel like, you know what, I don't want to note my triggers, it's not my responsibility, I don't want to note them, do as you please. But if you notice, Christmas after Christmas, family gathering after family gathering, subtle comments after subtle comments, that you still feel the same triggers, it might be precious to note them and reflect on them later. 4. Enjoying food doesn't mean hurting yourself. I know that there is this narrative like to please people and be the good person, to say, enjoy, don't count calories, just enjoy yourself, just eat whatever you want, you don't care. I guess I disagree. I don't agree with the over control of yourself, over restricting yourself, continuously checking on yourself, not being able to just relax and eat whatever you want for once. I'm not in that discourse either. But I think there is a middle ground where you should understand from now on, because it's time to understand it even better. Before it happens, it's better. Overeating is not indulging. Overeating is not like loving yourself. Stuffing your face until it hurts, until you need to open the button of your pantalon. This is just hurting your body. And the fact that you associated that sensation, which is actually painful, it's painful to be exploding. It's painful to overeat. And the fact that you associated that painful sensation to like joy and happiness and feeling happy with yourself and feeling like you had a good meal and a good time, this is something that you can like unlock from now on. Dissociate the two. It doesn't mean that you will never ever in your life overeat, or you will never ever in your life like have your belly explode and have to open your pantalon. It can happen. You are human. But you should not associate that in your mind with joy. How is it joyful to hurt your body? It's like if someone was cutting himself and saying, but I have joy from that, so you should let me do it. Why does it bring you joy to cut yourself? I just want to know. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm just telling that because I was that person. And this narrative of just enjoy yourself, like body positive and all of that. Yes, it's really good in the moment when you hear that and you're like, yeah, I'm just enjoying myself. Yeah, I should not care about my weight. Yeah, body positive. You know what? But when you reflect on it, like, Does it really work when I'm hurting myself? Does it really work when I'm stuffing myself out of pleasure? You know, there's something very strange with that for me now. So it's definitely not about shaming yourself, it's not about restricting yourself, it's not about guilting yourself at all, but just to have like a little bit of alert in your mind that when it starts to hurt, it's not normal. It might be time to slow down. And maybe self love and self devotion and self respect is also about not hurting yourself, not going to that point where you are exploding and creating this tension in your body and in your belly and feeling bloated and feeling like you almost gonna vomit everything because the food is there. I know that feeling. I was that person. So take the time to ask yourself after 2, 3, 4, 5 bites, do you actually need more? Or do you unconsciously just finish the plate? Do you just mindlessly finish and stuff the rest down? Because it's not about restricting or not eating. You can eat everything. Everything in a small portion will not hurt you. But when you start eating your second, third, fourth, fifth slice of cake, is it really that you want to eat more cake? Because I promise you, the last bite is never the best one. The first bite is always the best one, and then it's, it slowly starts to go down, taste wise and pleasure wise. It's okay not to finish. You're not the trash. It's okay to ask for half of it. You don't care about what they will judge you for, because not hurting yourself is more important than anyone else's opinion of you. And that's also how you gain respect, devotion, love for yourself. And 2 kilos of joy and enjoyment don't feel the same as 2 kilos of emotional stuffing and people pleasing. So choose carefully what get the privilege to enter your body. And fifth, self-compassion and patience will help you and go a long way in that period. You are not that ugly version of you that you see in the bad angle photo of your uncle. Even the most beautiful woman feels insecure at some point. This will pass. You will go back to yourself. It's gonna be alright. Don't let any of that define you. Not a comment, not a photo, not even an image of you in the mirror in that moment. And I hope you have beautiful holidays, and I hope I was completely wrong and nothing triggers you. And as always, babe, you got this. See you in the next one.